Recording, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Thrashers Paradise, Arizona edition, as we are joined with Randy. Randy, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Now, Randy, you are currently part of Zero Dawn,
Yes, I am.
and I have issues pronouncing the other band's name. Could you please properly announce it for the audience at home?
Yes, it is. It is called Ethnician.
Ethnicium. Now, what made you want to start both of these projects?
Um, well, Zero Dawn started kind of by accident. It was the day that my old band of Lustre broke up, and that's when I met our drummer Anthony. And I basically made a post in a group saying, I don't have a band anymore. I'm looking for something new. And he hit me up within like an hour of making our breakup post, and wanted to start a new project, and we ended up turning it into Zero Dawn.
Awesome. Now, what's it been like to start fresh again with a new band?
It's been interesting. I don't know. I love getting a chance to work with new musicians. That's kind of why I have numerous projects going at the same time. It was really cool, though. I mean, I brought on a bunch of people that I knew previously from other bands or that I toured with in the past. Like, we ended up bringing on Spencer, our bassist, because I've toured with them, and all the other guys have actually met him on tour at various points as well. So it's kind of neat. I mean, it basically got to bring a bunch of friends together from around the country and work on music together.
Excellent. Now, what has made you want to do this black metalcore, symphonic kind of combination for Zero Dawn?
Well, I mean, I've always been a big fan of a lot of, like, personally been a fan of all those different elements. I mean, that's why, like, I have, my black metal band. My last band had a lot of symphonic elements, a lot of black metal, death metal, whatever, a lot of different styles mixed together. And then when I met Anthony, he actually does a lot of the music writing for Zero Dawn. And yeah, he started showing me stuff, and it was like literally the style that I've been trying to play in my old band. And I don't know, I like the diversity mostly. I like not having to stick to just one style, and being able to get a bunch of different ideas out into one project.
Now, for you, when it comes to writing new music, does having a wide selection of a combination genre make it more fun to write for?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. Just because, like, sometimes I may want some heavy sections in a song, and if we've dedicated our whole sound to only being, black metal, it's going to sound weird to our fans if we suddenly throw in some breakdowns, or if they're, used to hearing riffs and breakdowns, they might be put off if we put in a big black metal chorus or something. And so I like to just throw it all together from the start and hope it sticks.
Awesome. Now, for you, what has been the most fun about starting up Zero Dawn?
It's allowed me to try different things I hadn't tried before in past bands as a vocalist. Just trying out different techniques and styles I hadn't implemented with of Lustre or Sunspeaker, and also getting to work on music that's I would say like a level of technicality I haven't gotten to work on before, because I've been wanting to work on some tech death for a hot minute, and yeah, not having the chance to now, I'm pretty excited about it.
What for you, as an American black metal musician, do you find the hardest?
I'd say nowadays just getting people to listen to the music that we put out, mostly just because of internet reach and all that stuff. It's also that, and then I'd say the biggest like shortcoming has been finding drummers. It's always been like so hard to find a drummer that can keep up with high intensity black metal style, and at least in my area, it's always been really hard. But really fortunate to have found people for these projects, because I didn't have luck like that with past stuff.
All right. Now, as you mentioned, your area. Now you are from Arizona. What is the metal scene like in the state of Arizona?
I mean, right now it's I'd say over the last like couple years it's been growing rather substantially. We have a handful of bands that are honestly, I'd say that a lot of the local shows over the last year have been more packed than a lot of the national shows that have international shows that have come through. We've had all the local artists, selling out all their shows and everything. It's been pretty cool. There's a lot of like deathcore and death metal out here, a lot of metalcore. There's actually not much. There's not much like tech death, black metal out here, any of that stuff. At least if there is, there's only a couple bands, and they're not like extremely active. You know,
Yeah.
uh, that's kind of why like Ethnician came about because a lot of us were like, we need some black metal in our lives. Let's make it happen. So, and then Zero Dawn. I mean, I wouldn't really compare that to our local scene just because we're all spread out around the country. But if Zero Dawn if we were in Arizona, that would also be a very unique style that we don't really have out here at the moment.
Awesome. Now, with Elysium, just being a pure traditional black metal band, what for you is the hardest to write for?
Mm, I don't know. I actually had an interesting time writing for Ifnesian. Um, like my past bands, we tend to do stuff revolving around like a concept story or something of that nature. Like of Lustra had a whole fictional story that was written for the band that we wrote all the lyrics based off of that story. And then Zero Dawn, we initially got the name and like concept idea from the video game Horizon Zero Dawn. But
Okay.
um Efnisian, that one like we didn't really have like an exact goal or like specific intent for the subject matter. We
Hmm.
kind of just, we wrote the music, started going into it, and then a lot of the material we have now, um, it's a mixture of like personal feelings, or I'll turn like certain personal experiences or feelings like into a bit of like a cryptic kind of story. Or I'll do like random one-off little like concepts instead of doing like a whole release based around like one concept. I'll do like one song is based around an idea, different songs, a different story idea. Uh, Add a little variety, but it all has the same kind of like dark, kind of spooky kind of subject matter, a little horror influenced.
Awesome. Now, in 5 years, where would you like to see both of your bands?
Um, Zero Dawn, I would say I just would love to see us put out this EP, and then I would love for us to be able to do a full length at some point after that. And I mean that one, it's kind of just kind of watching it grow. I don't have expectations for it since we're all spread out around the country. But that one, it's just kind of seeing where it can go. If Nisian, since we're all in Arizona, we actually are hoping to get on stage and start being active with shows and stuff uh, later in the year, hopefully.
Now, you
So,
mentioned an EP with Zero Dawn. When can we expect that to be out?
um, so we don't have anything set in stone yet as far as the release date. We're still working on the recording and everything. Like the music's written, we're just as we're able to recording all the songs. Um, so we're anticipating like probably like a late summer release if all goes according to plan. I don't know if this virus is gonna slow that down because of work for our members and stuff, but because some of our members make most of their living from touring and most of their income is kind of on hold at the moment. So I mean, hopefully late summer, as long as things don't get held up too much.
Excellent. And now, one last question for you, which is a question we asked to all of our guests on Thrashers Paradise. Who would
Okay.
win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Hmm. Well, I mean that's an easy one. That's an easy one. I would have to go with Lemmy.
Excellent. That is correct. That's correct. Randy, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come on to Thrashers Paradise and join us for this interview. I really appreciate it, and we look forward to bringing you back on to help promote potentially that new
Awesome.
EP or any future work you have.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me, man.
Well, thank you, and make sure to check out and like all their social medias, Spotify, Apple Music. Where else can they find you?
Zero Dawn's on pretty much all platforms. Are single right now. And I'd say we're most active on Facebook at the moment. We've got Instagram and some other stuff, but we're not as active on those yet. If Nisian, same thing. We're actually going to be launching our Facebook here in the next few days and start trying to, drum up some attention for the single that's going to be coming out next Friday.
Excellent. Thank you so much again. And until next time, keep on thrashing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Oh, let me stop.